Well, today we come to our fourth update about my family's time in Utah. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the different people we met, the conversations we were able to gain. We were able to discuss with current church planners and pastors and others about what life and ministry is like in Utah, as well as try to think through some planning for the future in case God allows my family to go out and serve Him there. And so the first one I want you to see is a man named Travis Fox. He's planted a church in the Sugar House area of downtown Salt Lake. It's called Grace City Church. And really loved getting to know Travis, a great guy. But he was really able to help me understand a little bit more about the valley and the different areas and what that means in terms of the kinds of people who live there, the diversity, especially in the downtown area, the variety of beliefs. Again, you often think about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints or the Mormons who live there, and of course they're there, but you've also got Buddhists and Muslims and Orthodox and a lot of other people all spread throughout the area as well. And so as there's been this growth, there's been a growing diversity among the people there. And so we just enjoyed getting to know the Fox family, got to hear about their experiences planting there. They told us a lot of helpful things in terms of how to engage in ministry there, ways to be contextually appropriate and helpful as you're seeking to bring the gospel and Jesus to them. And so it was a great time with Travis. Moving southward, if we're thinking of the valley, there in downtown Salt Lake area, you move down south towards South Salt Lake and the Jordan, West and South Jordan areas. And here we come to another man. We were able to meet with the Madden family. Here's me with Adam Madden. And he oversees a network of house churches, which I know may be a little bit different than what some of us are used to. But their goal is to really create these intimate, close environments, close to where people live, to bring people in with the gospel, living out gospel-centered lives, and proclaim the gospel in such a way where people will join in these house churches and how they come together. And so, again, he was able to provide lots of insight about not only how he's going about doing ministry, but also about insights of how they're reaching out to the community, about key needs and things that they see as important. And so, again, it was a great time to meet with Adam Madden. Now, here's another gentleman. His name is Rich Sanford, and he's a recent church planter there in the Daybreak area there down south in the South Jordan area. And he's recent there to where he's in a very recent church plant. It's still meeting in their home there in Daybreak. It's called the Mission Church. And Rich and I just really hit it off. Very, very helpful to hear about his heart for reaching the community, his zeal for bringing the gospel there. I see a lot of similarities in where we're at and how we could potentially work together. And so I really enjoyed getting to be with Rich, as well as being able to worship together. Sunday evening, they had one of their worship services that met in their home. So my family was able to enjoy and participate and glorify Christ together with this very young and small group. But again, helpful to see how a recent church plant effort has been carried out and going on, and to be able to worship together with them. Then we also spent some time with the Rutledge family. Now, you want to talk, Rich had not been there long. The Rutledge family had literally moved in the week before we arrived. But their heart is to plant a church in Provo, again, the least evangelical metropolitan area in the country, and they're devoted to reaching out there. And so we really enjoyed getting to know the Rutledge family. We were able to eat there at a well-known local pizzeria, and just enjoyed getting to know them, hearing about their heart, what they're seeking to do, what they're desiring to do, and insights that they had as potential future ministry and outreach there. And so we really enjoyed getting to know the Rutledge family. And then I want to mention one last person. His name is Pastor Russ Robinson. Now, he's pastor of First Baptist Church of Provo, again, in that area. And unlike the Rutledges or others, that's been an established church there for a few decades, which is a joy to hear that they've had a faithful gospel presence there in Provo, which again is less than 0.5% evangelical. It's the headquarters of Brigham Young University and others. And so I have just sensed with Pastor Russ a oneness of heart. He has a strong desire and a commitment in terms of church planting and reaching out to that community, saturating it with the gospel of Christ. And so I can just tell if God has my family move out to the area that he'll be a key partner and resource, even though I'm not sure what that may look like. I could tell through all of these people that I had come to know that God is at work. He is at work, and he is doing a great thing there in the Salt Lake Valley. And like I've said to some previously, I almost feel like through my time in Utah, it's like I was just there watching God at work through what we were able to see and through the conversations we were able to have, and for some of the planning that we were able to do there. And so in tomorrow's update, the last one, we'll talk about what's next.